I think the Michigan statewide board of canvassers, the four-member panel which must certify the 2020 election in the state, will deadlock. The board has two Democratic members and two Republican members, and three members must vote in favor of the certification. But I firmly believe that the two GOP members will vote against the certification, citing some provision from somewhere and ask for a delay. On Saturday, Michigan GOP Chair Laura Cox and RNC Chairperson Rana McDaniel released a joint statement asking the GOP members to vote against the certification, ask for an audit, and request a 14-day delay to reconvene. Michigan Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson has made it clear that there is no precedent to ask for an audit before the certification and it can only be requested after the certification. Did that procedure stop the RNC chairperson from going public with a request to ask for a 14-day delay in the certification? It did not. So the odds are extremely high for the two GOP members to say, no, we cannot certify the results because A was not there and we need to do B before we can certify the result of an election won by a candidate with more than 150,000 votes. That Trump won the 2016 election in Michigan by just 10,000 votes will be of no relevance, and the irregularities that they will talk about existed back then as well, but they will not bring that to the fore. But as of today, I really don't see a downside for the Trump GOP in its effort to push the boundaries and see where it gets them. So be surprised if the Michigan certification proceeds smoothly today. Why do I think there is no downside for the Trump GOP? Well, he lost the election. Georgia is already certified. The deck for certifying Arizona is already clear because the county level certification of Maricopa County that accounts for 60% of the voters is already done, and the Secretary of State there is a Democrat, Katie Hobbs. Nevada, since there is no court order saying that it shouldn't certify the results, will certify the results tomorrow, and Nevada has a Democratic legislature. Biden already has a path to 270 without Pennsylvania and Michigan. But the only hiccup there is it will take until the end of this month to get Arizona and Wisconsin certified. Arizona certification deadline is November 30 and Wisconsin will happen on December 1. Without Michigan or Pennsylvania, Biden will have to wait until December 1 to get his 270 plus electors certified. Trump knows this, that there is no path to 270 even if he flips Michigan. Not after Georgia has certified its results, and not when Arizona has a Democratic Secretary of State, not when Nevada has a Democratic legislature, and not when Wisconsin has a clear path and person to certify the results. The only problem here is time. And that is exactly what Trump is playing for, and also the fact that people will not realize that he has no path until all the certifications come through. With that being the case, what is the harm in asking the GOP officials in the certification panel in Michigan to deadlock? They are only asking for an audit, see if there is any irregularities. They are not saying there is widespread fraud or anything, just a double check, triple check, penta check or whatever check possible so that Trump gets more time to fundraise. In fact, Michigan deadlock will provide just enough cover to bury the news that PA certified its results. The county level certification for Pennsylvania will be over today. And since there is no court order to the contrary, there is a reasonable possibility that the Secretary of State will certify the results and get the sign off from the governor as well. So this GOP has filed two last minute lawsuits in Pennsylvania and both cases look as if they are headed straight to the dustbin. Hey, don't blame me for saying that. If I ask you to bet for or against a team that has played 36 games, lost 34 and won 2 games and ask you and tell you that they have 2 games left and how do you want to bet, what will you do? I will bet that they will lose, and sadly for the Trump campaign, that is where his legal team is right now. The first case is the one where Rudy Giuliani appeared for the first time in the courtroom after 30 long years. Judge Matthew Braun dismissed the case and wrote that the Trump campaign only offered strained legal arguments and speculative accusations. Noting that there is no legal standing to grant the Trump campaign's request, the judge denied them an opportunity to appeal further. The Trump campaign has now appealed against the ruling to not appeal further. Now, instead of asking the court to delay the certification as they did earlier, now they are asking the court to accept an amended appeal. It's like telling the court, hey, I know you told us not to appeal, but we have made some adjustments, so can we please appeal again? But the problem is, as Judge Matthew Brand noted, there is no legal standing. So the court that is considering the appeal against you're not allowed to appeal will just say you cannot. Why would the court accept it when the baseline supporting documents remain the same? So that's case number one. Then there is a second case which was requested by one of my channel viewers, Sunny. I hope I said the name correctly. Forgive me if it's wrong. So this second case is a lawsuit filed by Pennsylvania Representative Mike Kelly. Though the contents and arguments are widely different from the case argued by Giuliani, the objective looks to be the same. Go for broke, stop the certification, and if possible, try and reverse the results. So, to summarize that case, it says that the 2019 law passed by the state's GOP controlled legislature, which created the no excuse mail in voting in the state for the first time, is unconstitutional and illegally implemented. So, will this case help them stop the certification? I don't think so. You will have to prove that a law passed by the state legislature is illegal. Ask Supreme Court lawyers, they will tell you how difficult it is to overturn a law that has been passed by the legislature. They don't even go near it. Think Affordable Care Act. Really don't know why they keep filing these kind of cases. The level of absurdity and the remedy they seek for has only increased in lockstep with each other. So back to Michigan before I let you go. Please don't panic. Expect Michigan to deadlock, but understand that Trump has no path to 270 even if he flips Michigan. It is just a headline grabbing move that will delay the certification, introduce the court into the process, and get the results certified. It will achieve nothing more than a delay, and that is all the president is actually looking for. If anything, keep an eye on PA certification that is more important than Michigan right now. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe and help the channel grow. YouTube has kept it extremely tight for new channels to find a way, and your subscription will help to move things forward. Thanks again.